Have you ever wondered what lurks in the shadows when you're alone? The mere thought sends a shiver down the spine, doesn't it? It's our inherent fear of the unknown, the unseen, that makes our imagination run wild. We craft tales of terror from the chilling shadows, stories that make our heart race and our skin crawl. These are not just tales, but reflections of our deepest, darkest fears. Well, prepare yourself, for we're about to explore one such tale from the chilling shadows. Our story begins on a stormy night, with a lone traveler seeking refuge. The harsh wind howls like a pack of starving wolves, the rain pelting against the earth with relentless fury. Amidst this tempest, an old mansion looms in the distance, a beacon of shelter in the midst of the storm's wrath. As the traveler approaches, the mansion stands tall, a desolate silhouette against the stormy sky. Its towering spires and Gothic arches are a testament to a bygone era, now left to the mercy of time and weather. The mansion, once a symbol of grandeur, is now an embodiment of decay and desolation. The air around it hums with an eerie chill, the silence of the night broken only by the creak and groan of the mansion's ancient structure. The rusted iron gates, the overgrown gardens, the shuttered windows, every element adds to the mansion's unsettling atmosphere. The traveler, drenched and cold, steps over the threshold, the mansion's heavy wooden door creaking ominously as it swings open. Every instinct screams at him to turn back, every nerve tingles with unease. But the storm outside offers no mercy, and the mansion, for all its eerie aura, is his only sanctuary. With a deep breath, he steps inside, the door shutting behind him with a resounding echo. The mansion, once echoing with laughter and voices, now stands silent, its dark corridors waiting to unveil their secrets. Little did the traveler know the real terror was yet to begin. As the night deepened, so did the traveler's fears. In the black heart of the night, under the cold, indifferent gaze of the moon, strange occurrences began to unfold. The wind whispered cryptic tales through the skeletal branches of the bare trees, their shadows dancing like phantoms on the frost-bitten ground. The traveler's heart pounded in rhythm with the eerie melodies of the nocturnal creatures, creating a symphony of dread that resonated through the silent expanse of the forest. As the hours slithered by, the traveler felt the unseen eyes of the night tightening their gaze. The rustling leaves seemed to carry hidden messages, cryptic whispers that echoed the many tales of terror he'd heard around flickering campfires. An owl's haunting screech cut through the air, chilling his blood and making the hair on his neck stand on end. With each passing moment, the sense of impending doom grew stronger, wrapping its icy fingers around the traveler's heart. He could sense the ominous presence lurking in the shadows, watching, waiting. The darkness seemed to grow thicker, more palpable, as if it were a living entity with a will of its own. It was a night where the unseen was far more terrifying than the seen, where every sound was a potential threat, and every shadow held a lurking nightmare. The traveler huddled closer to the meager comfort of his dying fire, the tiny flicker of light a feeble barrier against the all-consuming darkness. His eyes darted nervously, trying to pierce the pitch-black curtain of the night. The silence was suffocating, the stillness unsettling. Every creaking branch, every rustling leaf was magnified in the deafening silence, each noise a stark reminder of his isolation. The cold gnawed at his bones, and fear gnawed at his mind, turning every harmless sound into a harbinger of horror. The world around him seemed to hold its breath, as if anticipating something terrible. His heart pounded in his chest like a war drum, his pulse a frantic tattoo in his ears. As dawn approached, the true horror was about to reveal itself. With the first rays of dawn, the traveler discovered the mansion's horrifying secret. As the sun began to cast its pale light across the mansion, the traveler stumbled upon a room that had remained hidden in the darkness. A room that seemed to hold the very essence of the mansion's dark past. The room was unlike any other in the mansion. It was a chamber of horrors, a testament to the macabre. The walls were adorned with eerie portraits, the eyes of which seemed to follow the traveler, watching his every move. The air was thick with the smell of decay, a stench so powerful it clung to his clothes, his skin, his very soul. In the center of the room, the traveler found what could only be described as a grotesque shrine. A collection of human bones arranged in a pattern that sent shivers down his spine. Skulls grinned at him from the shadows, their empty sockets seeming to taunt him with a silent laughter. These were not just remnants of the dead, these were trophies, each one a chilling reminder of the mansion's gruesome history. As the traveler delved deeper into the room, he discovered diaries filled with tales of unspeakable horrors committed within the mansion's walls. The writings detailed a litany of gruesome acts, each entry more horrifying than the last. The mansion was not just a house, it was a place of torment, a place where fear and death danced in a macabre ballet. The realization hit the traveler like a punch to the gut. He was standing in the heart of a real-life house of horrors, a place that had witnessed countless acts of brutality. The mansion's terrifying secret was now revealed. It was a monument to human suffering, a testament to the darkness that can lurk in the hearts of men. Overwhelmed by fear, the traveler fled, vowing never to return. He left the mansion and its gruesome secret behind, but the chilling memories would forever be etched in his mind. The mansion's horrifying secret, once discovered, could never be forgotten. But the true terror of the chilling shadows is not so easily escaped. It lingers, like a fog seeping into your every pore, filling your senses with a bone-chilling dread that becomes as much a part of you as the air you breathe. Imagine, if you will, a traveler who has survived a night of unspeakable horrors. As dawn breaks, he might find some relief in the warmth of the sun. But the shadows cast by the haunting wails of the night before have etched themselves into his very soul. He carries these shadows with him as one might carry a heavy burden, each step a reminder of the horrors that he has witnessed. The shadows, you see, are not merely physical entities, they are the embodiment of fear itself. They stretch and distort, morphing into grotesque forms that play on our deepest fears. The traveler, having glimpsed these chilling shadows, finds his reality forever altered. Every creak of a floorboard, every rustle of leaves, every flicker of light in his peripheral vision becomes a potential harbinger of doom. The chilling shadows are relentless. They seep into his dreams, turning them into nightmarish landscapes. Sleep, once a refuge, now becomes a battleground. The darkness, once a peaceful blanket, is now a cloak of terror. The silence, once comforting, is now filled with the echoes of those haunting wails. The chilling shadows are not content to simply reside in the traveler's mind. They manifest in his everyday life. His appetite wanes, his laughter fades, his joy diminishes. The world, once vibrant and full of life, now seems muted and dull. The chilling shadows have tainted his perception, casting a pall over his existence. And so, the traveler trudges on. Forever haunted by the chilling shadows, he yearns for the comfort of oblivion, the sweet release of forgetfulness. But the chilling shadows are not so easily banished. They are a constant reminder of the night of horrors, a testament to the unspeakable terror that lurks in the darkness. For the chilling shadows, once seen, can never be unseen. So what do you think lurks in the shadows now? As we find ourselves at the end of this bone-chilling journey, we can't help but reflect on the terrifying tale that unfolded. The unspeakable horrors that crept out of the darkness, the wails that echoed through the night, the spine-tingling fear that gripped us. It's been a journey into the heart of darkness, a dance with the macabre, a step into the chilling shadows. Our tale began with an unsettling arrival, a foreboding beginning that was the harbinger of the horrors to come. The night that followed was one of unspeakable terror, a nightmarish odyssey that tested the boundaries of fear and sanity. The gruesome discovery that came next was a stark reminder of the grim reality that lurks in the shadows, a chilling revelation that sent shivers down our spines, and then the lingering terror. The horrors didn't end with the break of dawn. They lingered, they haunted, they tormented. They were the chilling shadows that refused to fade away, the echoes of the night that continued to reverberate in our minds. Every shadow holds a story, every darkness hides a terror, every creaking door, every gust of wind, every flickering light, they all carry the potential for unimaginable horror. The chilling shadows are not just a part of our story, they are a part of our lives, a part of our world. They are the unknown, the unexplored, the unseen. They are the embodiment of our deepest, darkest fears. So as we step out of the chilling shadows and into the light, let's take a moment to reflect. Reflect on the terrors we've witnessed, the fears we've felt, the horrors we've survived. Let's remember that the shadows are not just places of darkness. They are places of mystery, of intrigue, of fear. Remember, the chilling shadows are always closer than you think.